I shared one of those on this day videos back when we were having the conversation about voter ID and gave the statistics that this is the percentage of people within the country overall that don't have a photo identification, and here's the percentage of African Americans that don't have a photo ID. And this person, like many others, comes out of the woodwork to tell me how racist I am for saying that. Tom, your racism is showing. 2 exclamation points. Don't know why racism and showing are capitalized, but here we are. Thinking African American can't afford a simple ID. Once again, I don't know why simple is capitalized. 2 exclamation points, 2 question marks. Come on, be real, exclamation point. 2 laughing face emojis. You act like those are my statistics. You want to know where I got them from? The NAACP. This is their own website. NAACP decries efforts to disenfranchise millions of eligible American voters, disproportionately African Americans and other racial and ethnic minorities. Whereas a desperate number of disenfranchised voters are African American and other racial and ethnic minorities, seniors, students, low-income Americans, disabled Americans, women, and members of the military. And whereas, for example, up to 21 million Americans, or 11% of the entire eligible voting age population, do not have government-issued photo IDs. A full 25% of African Americans who would otherwise be eligible to vote don't have a qualified photo ID. The NAACP has strong existing policy in support of ex-felon and re-enfranchisement immediately upon release from prison, in support of same-day registration, in support of early voting, and in opposition to discriminatory photo ID requirements for registering and voting. Many of these proposals appear to be a blatant partisan attempt to change the political outcome of elections. In North Carolina, for example, an estimated 270,000 African American voters lack a qualifying photo ID. The presidential victor of North Carolina in 2008 won the state by less than 14,000 votes. So I guess the NAACP is racist against black people. I mean, I didn't have that one on my 2025 bingo card, but the NAACP has long opposed voter identification laws because of the costs associated with getting an ID. Now, here's where people are going to flood into the comment section and say, what if the ID was free? That's a step in the right direction. And many of the states that have issued voter ID laws or enacted voter ID laws now issue free IDs in response to that. And that's a good step forward. Having said that, there's also the cost of getting the documentation that is needed to prove you are who you are in order to get the ID. That's not free. In many cases, not only the places to get the documentation to get the ID, but the place to get the ID itself are located outside of these low-income communities and communities of color in many cases. And so there's taking time off of work and doing the traveling necessary to get to these places. All of this builds up. And to you and I that are sitting here talking, maybe that's not a big deal. You're talking about taking a day off of work and going down to the county building and paying for a birth certificate and then going over to this building and getting this document before you can go over to your DMV and then get your ID. That's not the end of the world. You know, it's going to be $30 to $100 in total, depending on how many documents you need to get and how many buses you have to take and whatever the case may be and yada, yada, yada. Not the end of the world. But to some people, that's a lot of fucking money. So to some people, that's the difference between eating and not eating. And all of the time off, or the rigmarole, the taking the time off, the loss of pay, it's just an elevated cost structure in all of this. And the NAACP has long talked about this and how this disenfranchises not just people of color, but as you read, students, elderly people, low-income people, other ethnic minority communities outside of the black community. So I guess they're racist, right? The NAACP, according to you, the NAACP is racist against black people. Who knew?